Alright, y'all. I'm back with another video. Nighttime routine for Superfruit Starter Set by Earth to Skin. So, I made a video earlier today, which is for the morning routine. And now I'm going to do the night routine. For the morning routine, the exfoliator and the day cream gel, it worked really, really well. My face didn't get overly oily throughout the day. I didn't get any dry spots throughout the day. And my skin is still really, really smooth. So, for the night routine, it wants you to, in the evening, apply an even layer to freshly cleansed skin. Use alone or as the last step in your usual night routine. For best results, use nightly. And for the eye cream, because you are supposed to use it morning and night, after cleansing, apply gently with your fingertips along the orbital bone without pulling the skin. Tap delicately around the eye area until the product is absorbed. So, since I use the eye cream and the overnight mask both at nighttime, and the overnight mask is best if it's applied as the last step on evenly cleansed face. So, I will use the eye cream and then the overnight mask. And so, to get my face good and clean so that I have a freshly cleansed face, I am going to use the mildest soap that I have found that does not bother my skin or irritate it or make it get really dry patches or anything like that, is going to be the Equate Mild Baby Wash. I will be using this as the cleanser at night, and that is only going to be because the exfoliator you only use 2 to 3 times a week, and I used it this morning, so I will not use it tonight. So, I will go ahead and get my face wet with warm water. I like to use hotter water to help open up the pores. And even with me rubbing the water on my face, my skin still feels really, really smooth. Now that my whole face is wet, I'm going to make my water just a little bit hotter. I'm going to get those pores open. Alright, now that my face is nice and wet, I'm going to wet both hands. I'm going to get a little bit of the baby wash, rub my hands together, get into a good lather. And then I'm just going to work the lather in on my whole entire face. I always try to be sure to pay close attention to my T-line on my forehead, up and down my nose and across my forehead, and also on my cheeks. Those are the places where I will normally get really, really oily and get blackheads. I also try to do my eyebrows good because I also put the moisturizer on them, so I always want to make sure I wash it off and don't get just layers and layers of moisturizer in certain spots. I also moisturize the top of my eyelid, so I will also wash that area too. Get really good on the sides of my nose, on the bottom, and around my lips. Alright, now that I've got that done, I probably did that for maybe a minute or two, just to get a really good wash. Then, I rinse with warm water. And I try to get all the bubbles off. Alright. Once I have a really good rinse in warm, I turn off the hot and only use cold. I use the cold to shock my pores closed. Alright, got my face good and rinsed and cold. Just going to turn the water off and pat dry. Try to pat dry really well. Alright, I have patted dry really, really well. Okay, now that I have patted dry really, really well, I am to use the Superfruits Banana Brightening Eye Cream first. And it only takes a little bit, about a pea-sized amount. And you can see they're on my finger. I just dab both fingers together, try to get an even amount on each finger. And you can see that. And then you just go across the bone really lightly. Rub it in a little bit. Without really pulling your skin. And then you tap it everywhere around your eye, on the bottom. And then you do the same to this side. And just get it dabbed in until it's all the way absorbed. So you can see I'm not really pulling my skin when I rub it. I'm just doing it really, really lightly. And then dabbing under the eye. And this stuff smells so good. Smells so good. Alright, so I have that dabbed in. And we will follow up with the Superfruits Avocado Overnight Mask. For the mask, you apply an even layer to freshly cleansed skin and use alone or as your last step in your usual night routine. So my face has been cleansed. I have done the Banana Brightening Eye Cream. And I am now going to get about that much of the mask. And I like to do a dab in each area and 2 on the sides. Alright, you can see where I have those at. And this is the Superfruits Avocado Overnight Mask. And I'm going to go ahead and get that spreaded evenly over my skin. Being sure that I rub it down into my neck, around my lip line, under my nose, on the sides of my nose really good. Lightly under here, don't pull the skin too hard. Back to the base of my ears. And then we'll start working in the top. And always make sure to get my eyebrow area